Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Adults Adopting Adults, Season 1, Episode 2. This is all so weird.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
and everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Adults Adopting Adults, Season 1, Episode 2, This is all so weird, I will rate this episode a B. Tell me down in the comment section what you would rate this episode. Let me tell y'all something. Like, this is the weirdest. This title. This is an accurate title. Like, I had to sit and take notes of this and make sure that I get the information as accurate as possible. For all of you who watch my 600-pound live reviews, I will be live tomorrow with you all discussing Larry's story or Larry's journey. Make sure you take a look at it so that we can be ready tomorrow, okay? Hopefully I will remember my props because we're going to get into it. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled review. Let's get into this. I'm going to put my glasses on because, as I said, I had to take notes on this, y'all, okay? Because I needed to get some things right. I needed to make sure that I had this information as accurate as possible. Okay. Hey there, Stacy. That's First Twin. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for your membership. Welcome, boo. Welcome. Let me shout out my members. Thank you, Stacy, for joining us. Y'all, please make sure that you all welcome Stacy to the family. Hello there, Brittany Lynn. Hello, Miss Yolanda Gibson. Okay. Hey, Rhea. What's up, Randy Thompson? Hey, boo-boo. How you doing? Hey, Miss Betty Ross. Hey, boo. Hey there, Shantaria. Hey, boo. What's up? Mary Beth. Hey, boo. You said, I've been waiting. Hello there, Gloria Howard. She says, I've been waiting for you. Okay, she's been waiting. Hey, Miss Queen of the Mall. Hey, boo. Hello there, Ray Della. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this review. Thank you all so much for being here. Right after this video, members, I will be putting up the drink for Friday's night. Don't forget, you all, I hate to make announcements at the beginning, but don't forget, you all, that we will be talking about the Tinder swindler, okay, while having drinks and enjoying one another. So anyway, y'all, we open up this episode with Danny. Now, as we know, Danny and Crystal have adopted Alina. Okay, Alina. She's coming to their lives. They met her, picked her up from the airport and everything, but they have the wife Crystal, because of her husband's previous infidelity, okay, or possibility of infidelity. No, she said he cheated on her. Okay. She has decided that she was going to buy a $5,600 trailer to put out in her yard so that Alina would not be coming up in her house and sleeping with her man. How many of y'all know by raise of hand that he can easily go on out there to the van? He can go on out there to the trailer. Crystal. So anyway, Crystal, we opened it up. Crystal was, talking about, they were talking to her last week. She got upset by one of the questions that was asked and she ran out of the room. And so during that, while she was out of the room, Danny decides that he wants to have a conversation with Alina. Now, remember that Alina, although she is a grown pregnant woman, is a child to him, right? She's being adopted by him, regardless of whether or not she's an adult or not. He says that he wants to leave a legacy, okay? And I'm wondering, if you wanted to leave a legacy, why wouldn't you get a son, okay? Because a woman is not a legacy, because if she gets married, she changes her last name and your name is just gone, okay? But anyway, I digress, because we all know that he has other reasons for why he wants to adopt a grown-ass pregnant woman. So, he's sitting out there and he's talking to her about Crystal. They've already established that, she really doesn't have a great relationship with Crystal. And so as a result of that, she's telling him, I don't want to care about y'all business. Y'all grown people. So, I don't care nothing about it. She has already said that she don't have a relationship with Crystal. But he's tapping on Alina. And now he's gotten up in the morning and he's made breakfast and orange juice and all of that kind of stuff. And so, Crystal's in the bedroom. So he decides that he's going to go back there and tell Crystal, ask Crystal if she wants to have, something to drink, or, if she wants to do breakfast. And she was like, yeah, I'll come out and do breakfast. And he was like, well, breakfast is ready now. So basically, that's him telling her, get your tail out here now. So Crystal, comes out and everything. She's at the counter with her oatmeal and her orange juice and everything. And Danny and Alina go over to the cotton freaking dining room table to, eat. And they leave her at the at the cotton freaking kitchen counter. Thank you so much, Monica Reynolds, for the membership. Welcome to the family. Welcome. I'm gonna have to get my friend to write me some lyrics for that. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Members, please welcome Monica Reynolds to the family. Welcome, boo. You got the best supportive members on YouTube. Okay. So she comes out and the two of them are sitting at the table and they kiki and the cacan over putting, salt in their food. And he says Crystal doesn't do this. And I'm just like, awkward. But Crystal's standing at the counter and she's really having a hard time. And she's showing that she is having a hard time with this cotton freaking relationship. And so the next thing we go on. No, but when he came into the room, Crystal has said, I came into the room, I got upset. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to embarrass my husband on national television. And he said, you can say whatever you want. Right now, he don't have no shame in his game, but let's see how long this lasts. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all not watching this show, you need to be watching this show. And if you don't watch this show, make sure you're here for my reviews. Okay? Okay. So the next couple that we meet is Jenny and Michael. Now, this story right here is quite weird to me. It's just the weirdest things. Thank you so much, Brittany Lynn, for the $1.99 super chat. Danny is so creepy. Abso-cotton-freaking-lutely. Thank you, Brittany Lynn. So Jenny and Michael were friends with this woman when they were in high school. Okay? This woman had 2 kids. One by the name of Felicia and one by the name of Tawny. Okay? These 2 girls were 7 years apart. So because they were close with them, okay? Because they were close with her, they watched her raise her kids. Their mom was drug addicted. She was an alcoholic. She was all of those things. And so she did not take care of her children, either one of them. Now, Tawny and Felicia both have 2 different baby daddies. Okay, their daddies is different, right? Because again, as I said, they were 7 years apart. So they said that when the kids was growing up, that Jenny and Michael kept the kids at their house. Felicia used to stay at their house and everything. The 2 of them don't have any children. They've been married, I think, 40 years, 30, 40 years. And they don't have any children whatsoever. So Felicia, was basically the only child, I guess, they had in their household, and they treated her like a daughter. And so she ended up coming to live with them when their mother got in trouble, right? Because she was staying at the house all the time. So the kids, because of the mama, Felicia ended up going into foster care. Y'all, I'm telling you. She ended up going into foster care. When Tawny was born, that's when things got really bad as well. But because Tawny had a different daddy, Jenny and Michael weren't able to get her like they were able to get Felicia. Okay, keep up with the story because I'm trying my damn self. So they weren't able to get Tawny because Tawny had a father who wanted to be in her life and would not allow her to go into foster care. However, he started fucking up. So they ended up getting Felicia and Tawny at 10 and 18 years of age. The father came back, snatched Tawny back out of the household. And then Felicia, when she turned 19, ended up going back to go and get Tawny, and the 2 of them stayed with Jenny and Michael. Now, Jenny and Michael were supposed to have adopted them 2 times before. The first time the adoption failed, which was 4 years ago, is because Jenny couldn't get off from her own diner. Jenny owns a diner called Bonnie Lou Cafe, and she wasn't able to get off to go to the appointment for the adoption. They said the second time that they were supposed to be adopted and have a court hearing, they was having all these fires out in California. I don't know if you all remember the fires, but it was pretty bad. And so they weren't able to go because of that. Now they have a third appointment, and they're wondering whether or not she's going to make it. Now she says that she has hired staff and they're running the cafe differently now, so she will be able to make the appointment because everybody has to be there to adopt these girls. Now, of course, they was with a drug addicted mother. Jenny and Michael decided, let's go get our foster care license and all of that. They took the classes so they could take these 2 girls out of the system, and they were successful in doing that, but they were not successful in adopting them. And so this is why they're adopting them as grown-ups. The relationship to me is weird. Now, Tawny has some guilt because her mama, she feels responsible for her mother. She said that her mother called her on the phone and was talking about the S word, talking about doing something to herself. Tawny said that she blew her mother off and was like, you know what? You always say this. This is just what you say all the time. So sick of you saying this. Bye, Felicia. Go talk to Felicia. Well, when she woke up the next day, come to find out her mother really did off herself. And so because, of her tumultuous relationship with her mother, she didn't have the patience, the tolerance, or anything like that to talk to her mother when her mother was at the end of her rope, and her mother did indeed commit the ultimate thing. Like, she took her own life. And while Tawny feels responsible for it, you're not responsible for what another human being does. However, she didn't have any sympathy or empathy for her mother. And so she's going to have to do a lot of digging and soul searching in order to get over that. Because if somebody's on the other end of your phone and you just blow them off like that, and then the next day you find out that they did something to themselves, like, how do you live that down? Now, Tawny's daddy is still alive. In some states, adults can adopt adults without parental consent. California is one of those states. But there are other states where you need the consent of the parent in order to adopt their grown-ass adult child. I ain't never heard of nothing like this, never researched anything like this. Like, this show is crazy, but it's good. It has me interested. Thank you, A&E. Okay. So, Tawny is going to go through with the adoption without talking to her estranged father. Okay? Crazy. The next person I want to talk about is Kim. Kim is trying to be adopted by Vicky and Joe. Now, Vicky and Joe, as we know, y'all, already got 3 sons. They already got 3 sons. But they want a grandbaby. Kim and her husband have a baby. Now, Kim, I found out, was adopted by her mother. Her mother, Valerie, adopted her. They had a bad relationship because the father, who is now deceased, was a really bad tyrant of a father, right? He wasn't a good dad. And Kim's mom, Valerie, didn't do enough, in Kim's opinion, to protect her from her father. So her and her mother were estranged as well. And now they've gotten back together. But while they were not talking to each other, Kim met Vicky and Joe and decided that they would adopt her. Now that she has her mom Val back in her life, she's invited her mom to her home to not work on the relationship, to not get things together with the two of them, but instead her ass brought the mama back so she could tell the mama she getting adopted by Vicky and Joe, bitch. Thank you so much, Skylar Myers, for the membership. Welcome to the family. Welcome, boo. Thank you so much for hitting that members button. Members, please welcome her. Welcome, boo. So they have a birthday party for the little girl. This is the first time that Valerie, Vicky, and Joe gonna meet each other. Valerie that came in there with a cotton freaking chip on her shoulder, because now that Valerie is back and she's watching the interaction between Valerie and Kim, she mad. She's like, this is my family, not your family. I'm taking Kim, I'm taking the husband and the baby. And we don't have room for you. I think that's dead wrong. I think that if somebody did that to the three boys that she had, she would be mad. I think that she should give them an opportunity to reconcile their differences and not be out there swinging. She goes over to Kim talking, at the table, and she's like, I feel awkward and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, when my mom is back in my life and we're talking, and Vicky gonna have the nerve to say to her, too little, too late. It is never too little, too late. As long as you are above that ground, you have an opportunity. If both parties are willing to reconcile your relationship, Cotton freaking Vicky need to back the fuck up. This is not a tug of war, and she needs to allow this woman the same grace that she would want somebody to have for her. I wonder what her relationship really is with her sons. She said, we want to be a grandparents and we want to be grandparents now. Bitch, you got 3 sons that will at some point hopefully make you a grandmother. How dare you walk into these people relationships like this? I can't stand it. Thank you so much, Brittany Lynn, for the $4.99 super chat. I can't believe how grown Kim is playing 2 grown women, one being her actual mother. I agree with the husband. That is wrong. Absolutely is wrong. And he said he don't like confrontations. He don't want to be in this bull crap. He said when everything pop off, he gonna be the hell about the way. Let me tell you something. I don't blame him cotton freaking not 1 minute, because this right here, this can get serious and it can get dangerous very, very quick. Bitch, very quick. Because Vicky is not playing. Now, Valerie is being nice. She's accommodating. She's like, thank you so much for being there for my daughter when I couldn't be there and all this kind of stuff. She don't know she about to get blindsided. So Kim goes and have a conversation with her husband, and her husband was like, how do you think your mom's going to take this? And she was like, I know she's probably going to pop off and all of that. And he was like, are you ready for this? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, really, this is going to be an uncomfortable situation and all that kind of stuff. So she decides that, she's going to go. She feels like her husband is being saying unnecessary comments. No, your husband is talking reality and he's talking truth. And I don't even know how long her husband gonna stay with her. Seriously, this seems like the kind of stuff that will break up a relationship. I would not be surprised years from now if the two of them break up, because this girl is just dirty, stank, nasty, trifling, raggedy. And the thing about it is your mom did not do what you wanted your mom to do. So what happens when Vicky doesn't do what you want her to do? What about Joe? What happens when he doesn't do what you want them to do? Are you going to then unadopt yourself? Like, parents aren't perfect. We do the best that we can. You're trying to reconcile with your mother, but really you're not really trying to reconcile with your mother. You're trying to publicly humiliate her on national television. So she doesn't tell her mom what's going on. So she tells her husband, I'm going to go and we're going to have drinks together. So she pours, a glass of vodka and make a little mixed drink and all of that for her and her husband. And for her and her mom. And then she sits down there and she drops the bomb to her mother. And her mother was like, so if you are getting adopted by Vicky and her husband, that means you're not going to be my daughter anymore. Because remember, Kim was adopted by Valerie years ago, and now she's getting ready to get adopted by Vicky. So that means that Valerie now doesn't have a child. She was like, that means I don't have a daughter anymore. And she was like, well, we can still be, you can still be my mother. This doesn't have anything to do with you. This is something that, don't take it personal. This doesn't have anything to do with you. This is something that I was doing before we reconciled. Bitch, this got everything to do with your mother. How can you discount that? You're Kim is a selfish. I'm telling you, to do this to this woman, she blindsided her. She's thinking she's coming to be there for the grandbaby birthday party and all of that, and you got cameras in her face, only to tell her that you getting adopted, and she will never be your mother again. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah said, "Give Auntie an Oscar for explaining this confusion." Woo-wee! Okay, woo-wee! Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! Deborah, girl, I'm trying now. So I want to go back to Cotton freaking Crystal and Danny. So Alina is sitting there talking about she was a homeless girl. She was going from pillar to post, living in the street and everything, in rooms out on the corner, and that she would do anything to stay with Danny and Crystal. Now remember that I said that, because I said that for a reason. Crystal said that it does not matter when Danny gets involved with someone else, she doesn't matter. She does not even matter. And you can see that he is just totally focused on this girl. So they walk this girl around the property of the house. They're sitting on acres. Crystal goes in to tell Alina that Danny's family has owned this land for generations upon generations. It looked like trash. Abandoned trailers, you know those big trailers that you put on the back of an 18-wheeler? He said that he used to have some kind of training something business, and all of his equipment is in there. The grass is up to here. I'm talking about the grass. I'm not talking about bushes. I'm talking about the grass. Abandoned buildings, a hodgepodge of bullshit. Then they get to one place with, opening grass area. She says, "Oh, you got to be careful over here because the pigs used to be here." Bitch, you mean to tell me nobody's cleaned up that area? Then they walk on property that's owned by the grandfather that's tore up from the cotton freaking floor up. Look like it has not been maintained in over 100 years, bitch. And they're walking this out here, and Danny is saying that this is what he wants to leave to somebody. Now, I would have to get a bulldozer and come in there and just rip all of that bull crap out. But the thing about it is the house that they live in is serene and beautiful. Then they got outside of the patio, they got a trailer that Alina lives in, because Danny done cheated on her before. Now, mind you, Danny is the one that been texting this girl, emailing this girl, making all the connections, while Crystal's dumbass is sitting in the back acting as if she don't have a choice in this matter. She says she don't believe in divorce. You ain't got to believe in it. You ain't got to believe in fairies. You don't have to believe in the out of the solar system. You don't have to believe in horoscopes. You don't have to believe in any of that stuff. But what you can believe in is if your husband cheated on you and he couldn't adopt the girl, the first girl, because he had feelings for her, and if adoption, they wouldn't allow the adoption go through, that this girl right here, your husband is attracted to this girl. He talking about he get a bonus because he get to be a dad and a granddad at the same time. Bitch, I'm going to tell you I couldn't. So they go and they take this girl because she's come to them from Austria. Okay? They take her to the cotton freaking doctor's office. They don't have no life insurance. They don't have nothing on this girl. No health insurance, no life insurance, nothing. Because she just flew her ass over here. They just picked her up from the airport. They take her to the hospital to get an exam, right? OBGYN. Thank you so much, She Crab Diva, for the $20 super chat. Crystal will be on the next season of Snap. Love you, Auntie and cousins. Okay, yes, indeedy, She Crab Diva. So they take her to a doctor's appointment. They get in the car. This girl is 32 weeks pregnant. She's, by her own admission, she wasn't going to the doctor. They find out that she has a high-risk pregnancy. The baby is growing at 1.2 percentile. She's under the 3%. They paid $500 for one thing, $200 some dollars for the next thing, $300 for something else. And she sits there and tells them, well, I'm going to have to start going to my weekly visits at the hospital, knowing that I don't have no mother insurance. Because she would have been at the Social Security building for me. It'd have been the Social Security building for me. Yup, I'll take that for $2,000, Chuck. Fuck that. She not gonna come over here and they done already got this girl be here one day and you got $1,000 health bill. And Crystal was saying she don't support this. She don't want this. She didn't invite the girl over here, but she gonna be supportive because she just a humane person and she wants to help people. Don't sow your seed to the swine. I am trying my best to feel sorry for Crystal, but I ain't got it in me. I don't have it in me. Leave this mother. What is he doing for you? And he got this girl out here. Then they take her shopping to a baby store. He goes in with the announcements. Yeah, I got her here and everything, and we don't know anything about babies and we just want to buy everything. So they get up in there, they looking at bouncies and car seats and baby swings and all this old kind of stuff. And she's over in the yes, honey. Yes, Connie. Connie said, what? Yes. They go up there and they buy her all these onesies, $95 worth of onesies, individual onesies, not the ones in the pack. Bitch, if y'all don't get the Walmart and Target, they go and buy her design. Now, I don't know if they was in the thrift store because it didn't look like it because the tags weren't thrift tags. She earlier on said, she walks out the store. She gives Danny the bag and she tells Danny, carrying my bag is heavy. This is the kind of woman he want, a helpless woman that got to be dependent on him. But Crystal's sitting there riding shotgun and can't open her mouth. She's sitting in the back with the bills. Yeah, and I had a such and such sonogram done, and that was $2.99. And good thing you worth it. Crystal, this is why the man don't care nothing about you and doesn't recognize your feelings, because you don't care anything about yourself or recognize your own fucking feelings. You're being a doormat, Crystal. And what do we do with doormats? We walk over them until they're worn down and then we throw them motherfuckers away. That's what we do with doormats, Crystal. You sitting up here letting this girl come in your life and you ain't saying nothing about it. You being charitable. That's not charity. Charity starts at Alina's home. Now, Alina came in the household and said that she would do whatever she needed to do to stay there. They spent $5,600 on this bitch to get a trailer sitting on the property. And now she's complaining that the trailer need to be completely gutted out and remodeled for her baby. And you're the same girl that came from Austria and didn't have a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out, or a leaf to wipe your butt with. You were living in the street from pillar to post, panhandling like a mother. And now you're over here in the United States living on their property. And now you talk about that the trailer that you living in ain't baby friendly. Bitch, what? The man that she's pregnant by, she met him on social media. They had only been together for like 4 months. They met each other. They bumped and grind. When she told him she was pregnant, he blocked her off of every social media app that he had on his phone. Every one that you can download off of Apple. And the ones you can get off of Google Play. He said whichever one it was, bitch, you're blocked. And now you sitting up there playing these people. You don't even want to talk to Danny about his wife, but you don't have a relationship with Crystal. And Crystal was letting this go on in her household. But here's the kicker. When they leave the hospital with the girl, he's saying that he knows she's going to be needing rides and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of things that they have to do to prepare, for Alina and the baby. But he's on the road for days at a time. So the responsibility for taking care of Alina is on Mother Crystal. Crystal said he got a lot of nerve because he's not going to be here. I'm going to be the one. Christy. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, dear. Damn. Let me fuck up the name. That's what I do here. You must be new. So, Christy. Her name is Crystal. Let me verify that. Let me verify. Okay, let's see. Adults adopting, excuse me, y'all. You right. It's Christy. I was wrong. You was right. You lucky you was right because I would have read your So you go ahead on to read me in the comment section, dear. So Crystal, it says that he's on the road all the time and she's gonna be my responsibility, right? So at the end of the show, they show him at the airport. I don't know if he's coming home or leaving. Everything is, going great. And, Alina is just fitting right in and everything is well. And then they flash to Crystal. She in the car. Two total different. Y'all, I'm not making this up. Alina's been here now for a week. As you can see, all of this in the back of the car is for her and the baby. I've already loaded a bunch of stuff. Daddy hasn't been here for about a week. And I've been taking care of her. Flash to him. He's at the airport. Yeah, things are going great. I'm so excited. This was just a perfect match. We've had a little bit of difficulties, but it has been nothing that's been a big deal. And who would have thought that, she came here and in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be a granddaddy. And I'm so excited about her being here. They flashed to Crystal. She said that the trailer needs to be remodeled because it's not baby friendly. It's been so hard. Yeah, this is just a wonderful time. Crystal and I love Alina. And, I'm just so excited, can't wait to get back home and, just be with her. And this is so hard. Crystal is heartbroken, tired. He don't care what she think. He doesn't care what she says. He and Eilena are a perfect match. Let me tell y'all, the plot on this mother is going to get thicker than a snicker. I'm telling you right now, are the streets of Austria baby friendly? Okay. But see, she done came over here and she is running havoc up in Crystal's joint. And Crystal's not doing anything about it. She's playing along with the get along. Ain't no way in the world I would allow this to happen up underneath my roof. If you are not watching, adults adopting adults, you are missing it. There's so many new shows that are out, and I have been absolutely enjoying watching them. Some of the shows that I was reviewing was just so dry and played out and just so saturated on YouTube. Ugh. Like Married at First Sight. I know y'all waiting on that review. It's coming. I just think that I'm going to do every other week with it. It's just so stupid. But I'm going to tell you, these new shows that are coming, I'm excited again about doing these reviews. So y'all, I'm telling you, if you're not watching it, please watch it. It's on A&E, and it is called Adults Adopting Adults. I love you all to pieces. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the room nice and safe for y'all to be able to chat and dialogue. To the replay gang, love y'all to pieces. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. Good night, y'all.